Hi everybody, wherever you may be, from coast to coast, at sea to shining sea, welcome back to Ham Radio Live, where the world comes to talk radio. GMRS over ham radio in an emergency? We'll talk about that today, plus your comments worldwide. It's Monday, April 27, 2026, and live from Central Florida. This is Ham Radio Live. Joshua, my man, first one in a long time to make a request of their own on our Discord channel. No kidding. This is what he picked. Driver's Seat by Sniff in the Tears, and the N is the middle initial. It's Sniff in the Tears. Here in the States, it did okay. Peaked at number 15 back in 1979 in the Hot 100. But it did reach number 1 in the Netherlands when it was a re-release in the year, ready for this, 1991. No kidding. All you gotta do is wait 12 years and then you just get a brand new hit. It's pretty cool. We got a very interesting program for you today. I'm really excited to play it for you. So what we say, we spin the top, and from around the world, we say away we go. Hi, everybody. Good to see you. Happy Monday. Gosh, it's great to be here today. It is a beautiful day here in Central Florida. Expecting 90s this week. I'm not ready for that yet, but it is that time of year coming up for the summertime. Little Jack is learning to be the associate producer of the program now. That's Jack there with Dad doing the old pre-production work. Yeah, Jack's looking very sweet there. We had a good time this morning putting the show together for you. If you'd like to get into amateur radio, we'd love to help you do so. Contact the American Radio Relay League. They're really good at connecting you with local ham clubs to where you live. And like here in the States, you need a ham club to help give you the license. And you can pass the license. For goodness sakes, yes, it's work. And yeah, you got to study a little bit. But if you already have an interest in radio, you'll just knock it out of the park. You really will. Find a local club to you that can help you get licensed at www.arrl.org. On the top of their pages, click the contact portion of it, and then scroll down, go to the part where it says contact the ARRL. Click on that, send them a message. Like to get my ham license. Here's where I live. They will then send back to you a local to you ham radio club. Contact the club. They will help you get licensed. www.arrl.org. We have a show email here, info@hamradiolive.org. We received some cool stuff here from our email over the weekend. Here is one. Look at this, a request for today's song. How about that? Yep, there it is. Joshua, Kilo Mike 7, Charlie Oscar Juliet. I picked Driver's Seat by Sniff N the Tears. And since he got the N in there,
that's my boy.
yes, Sam was pretty excited about that today. So Joshua, there you go, man. Thanks a lot for the strong request. Love getting stuff like that. You can always connect up to us here at info@hamradiolive.org. Also, I do want to thank Charles. This is really cool to get a QSL card in the email. And this was really cool. I loved it. Minneapolis, Kansas, checking into the show today. November Romeo 0 Whiskey. He's in Grid Square Echo Mike 19. Thank you so much for contacting the program with a EQSL. I love that stuff. Also, we do have a really nice little email, our website that we love to connect people to. If you're interested in radio at all, whether you like to do amateur radio on the HF side, or maybe you're doing VHF, trying to do little tropospheric ducting, work a bunch of 100 miles away, it'll help you because there's tons of resources on it to help you be very successful in radio, whether you're in ham or shortwave, maybe AMDX, VHF, have some fun in there. And also our Discord page is at ham-radio-live. That's ham-radio-live. In fact, that's how Joshua made his song request today for the program. All right, let's find out who is first, second, third, and so forth today on our program here on a Monday here in beautiful Florida. First up, it's happened again, but it was, let me tell you guys, it was razor close. It really was. I don't know what you guys saw on your end, but here where these comments came in, the comment stream just started flying, and all of a sudden, Bill came in first, but it was very, very close. So we're going to call today a virtual tie just to make everybody happy, okay? Content number 1, it's Bill Myers. First up, Kilo Alpha 8 Golf India Mike. Give him a beep beep, please. There you go. Hi, Bill. Well done, buddy. And truly a microsecond later, right there, second in place. It's our second continent, and that's Africa. Welcome, Winan. You get a beep beep as well today. Hi, Winan. You did it, buddy. You did it. That's pretty cool, man. We've never had that happen before. It was right like that. And it could have been like, okay, if I was maybe a microsecond farther from the main internet sets where the internet hits me here from where it distributes everything to us here, it might have been reversed. It could have been just enough of a lag to help Winan come in first. And he says, second again, game over.
Now, I say, cut that out. What's it all about, boy? Elucidate.
Nope, Winan, you were there. You were right there. You were right there on my side, so congratulations. There is Spike. He's from Montana, and we love him very much.
That's my boy.
Can't even get it out. Spike, I can't even get it out. Sam, so happy to see you. November 1, Alpha Quebec Hotel. Good to see you, my friend. And there is Kevin, a dear friend of the show that I know owe an awful lot of explaining to do.
I say, what's the big idea? Don't stand there gawking, son. Speak up.
Yesterday was Sunday, and he has his QRP net, and I completely forgot all about it.
Thank you. Come again.
Jeez. Kev, I'm so sorry. I told him on email, Kevin, I just blew it. It was Sunday, and I just blew it. I didn't even hit my mind. I'm so sorry. His call sign, Kilo 0, Kilo Lima Bravo. We're going to feature a video from Kev today and surprise, I think, somebody else that's on this stream with that video. Kevin, thank you. That'll be fun. That'll be really fun. And Jeff joins us from Canada, Victor Echo 3, Whiskey Juliet. Welcome. Happy Monday to you. And there is continent number 3. Tom in Bahrain is here. Wow. Alpha Echo 1 Tango Papa here in the States, and his Bahrain call sign, when it comes back, and we know it's going to.
Does someone need a hug?
He'll be getting it. Don't worry. Alpha 92 Golf Whiskey. Hi, Tom. Good to see you. I'm hoping everything is good. Very, very good right now in Bahrain. Yeah. Whining with a very good, interesting question here that we should address. He says, now that the band's still waiting for my radio to come back from the doctor, actually, whining today is a very good day to be an amateur radio. It's a great day. And we'll talk about that in the weather station segment that's coming up. It's going to be good today, guys. Really, I'm looking at the bands here. 10 is open here in Central Florida, so it should be a good day worldwide. Kevin, I don't know that they were saying driver's seat. I thought they were saying travesty, LOL. Well, yeah, never know. To be honest, I used to think they were saying drive a Z every time. I really did. But then again, I'm also the guy that, the Steve Miller song. Oh, geez, I can't tell you this story. I'll tell you the story later. It's really true. Okay. Remember Jet Airliner? I swear, when I was a kid, he was saying, big old Jed had a light on. Not kidding. That was what big old Jed had a light on. He was actually saying, big old Jet Airliner.
Looks like I picked the wrong week to quit sniffing glue.
Yep. That was me. It's a good day to be Larry. Oh, man. It's so good to see you guys. And Kevin, thanks for coming, man. I'm grateful for that video. I really am. Thanks for sending that. For me, when I receive things like that, I enjoy that because for me, it's one of those things I get a chance to share with everybody else what somebody else accomplished, right? And to me, that's part of the magic and treat of this channel that I hope people enjoy because I enjoy it. It's something very, very special. We've got Ed back. Ed is in Great Britain. Good to see you, Ed. Thanks for coming to the show. Good to see you. Happy Monday, my friend. Gosh, you guys are just on top of look at this. It's amazing. All these people in the nice comments back there. Bill says the bands are pretty good for me. Contacts to Estonia, Israel, and Kazakhstan. Spelling, yes. Well done, Bill. That's a nice little pile for your sack. It is a good day. Today's a good day. We've had so many rough days for HF weather. Today is a good day. Oh, it's going to be really good. Winans missing some action, being without a radio, and all the South Africans and the QTH here is crap. Need a better setup without radio is stressing him out there.
Now, I say cut that out. What's it all about?
Okay. Winan's just going through radio withdrawal. It's going to be okay. How long till you get the radio back? I'm just wondering. I hope you do get it back very, very soon. And that's your first contact to Kazakhstan. Well done, Bill. Congrats on that. That's really, really good. I wish I could spell it correctly. Oh my gosh, that's funny. That's just hilarious. Welcome, Andy New in Bristol. Hi, Andy. Welcome back, buddy. Mike 7, Charlie in November, and Barry Wendon, the man that has the radio I want, right? the Yaesu 9000. Hi, Barry. Good to see you, buddy. He did get in touch with me on the email, and he answered the question about how well the baby loop, the Ciro Mazzoni baby loop does for him. And he's contacted all over Europe, into Russia with that antenna. Very brilliant stuff, man. Seriously. And the crazy thing about this, you can look at the few videos there are on YouTube that tell you about the Ciro Mazzoni baby loop. And look, they're going to hear well. Mind blown, number one, the antenna is going to be a great receive antenna. Why? Because it's a loop. Loop antennas naturally hear better because they don't pick up the electromagnetic wave. They pick up the magnetic wave only. So they're quieter. They're great at receiving. Show us a video of how well it transmits and how far it goes. That's the one that's going to make a whole bunch of money out there. Jeez. I'm serious. Like, okay, yep, it hears well. Yep. My Wellbrook hears well. The MFJ out there hears well too, but how well is it transmitting? And thankfully, Barry told me he's like we're well over 1,500 miles away with his. So that's very respectable right there. That is. Barry, thank you for telling me that because there's just nothing out there about that. And Spike, did you mean the ICOM 705 or 706? Let us know. The inquiring minds out there want to know. Don, bands were pretty bad yesterday. Was afraid to even go out. Yeah, it was kind of tough. Welcome, Don, in Texas. Good to see you, man. Yeah, it was kind of rough. But today's a good day. And Wine's not sure when he gets the radio back, but he will be. And Don's working on getting a great deal on an Elecraft K4. Well, I hope you get it. Is it pre-owned? Because the people at Elecraft don't make a whole lot of deals with people. They're good, but there you go. Wine and loops on lower bands over the best to listen. Yes, they are. Oh, not just lower bands. You work up to 10 meters. A loop antenna is brilliant to listen to. There, broke the news, put it in the front page of every newspaper. It's old news. People know this. I mean, if you've DX radio for any length of time, you know a loop antenna is excellent at receiving. That's what it's built to do. Transmitting is a bit different because you've got elements and you've got the distance and SWR to deal with. There's a lot of things to go. And there's the rotation ability of the loop. And does it work better from this side or from that? Or does it go to the center? There are lots of things. And to show videos of what they do when you send a signal, that's money for a company. So I hope that the Ciro Mazzoni folks get some videos out, at least on YouTube, that'll show how well it transmits. Because if it does like what Barry was saying, geez, be a perfect antenna for anybody in a flat or maybe no backyard space, right? But they got a little patio or a garden space out back, but not much room, right? A loop is perfect for that. All right, been waiting. I didn't want to go too long, but here we go. Today's topic question, it came by accident. Now I need to share it with you. I was walking the dogs on Saturday, and all of a sudden, a video pops on my phone, right? And I start going, I've never heard this before. Okay, I'll listen because it's about radio. I'm like, cool, I'll listen to it. And the guy starts on the video and he's like talking about how GMRS is more popular it's more popular being used right now than ham radio in emergency situations. Mind blown. And I'm like, okay, I'll listen. And I did. And he made some claims I wasn't quite on board with. And he made some claims I liked, right? I thought it was a good overall video. Overall, I think he did great. Because really, content creation is about saying to you, there's two things. Either this is how I feel about this thing, and then selling it, or it's how do you feel, you the viewer, feel about this thing. We do things that way here. Now, he did great on the video that he put together, and I'll have a piece of that together. Thankfully, this gentleman let me use it and let me make a little snippet and put it on today's show. And I want to thank him for that because it could be very inflammatory for people in the amateur radio hobby to hear anything that is negative about amateur radio from someone who's not in amateur radio. It can come across as very abrasive because like a lot of people in amateur radio are like, well, I worked really hard for this license. I've got a lot of money in my stuff and I really work hard at this, right? Okay, fine. But we also have gatekeepers too, and no one can deny that, right? We have the people that know everything, been there, done that. You're a moron, they're smart. Get on board their happy train. But this guy, he was cool. He was like, that's just what I think. Go ahead and use the video. I'm great with it. And I told him, I said, I'm not going to put you down. I won't do that because I think it's important. Iron sharpens iron. If we in radio can celebrate radio as a hobby for all and enjoy the various forms of it, why can't we talk about it in glowing terms? What's wrong with that? We like it. CB people that do DX, they love what they do. They're not wrong for doing that. They have a ball doing that, just like we do when we go on HF. Here's the question. Has GMRS radio overtaken ham radio in emergencies? Now, I'm going to give you some at the end of the show. So if you can't stay for the whole program, at least listen to the very end right before the last commercial. It's got 3 new elements, actually 4. 3 new TV adverts from Great Britain, funny. And then a brand new South African TV closed down today. So before that segment, I'll tell you my part in it and a little bit of research I did, and I'll give you my answer to today's question. Put yours in the comments, and please be respectful, because the one thing a lot of people think about amateur licensees is they're stuffy, they know everything, and they're going to fight like heck to tell you that they're better. No kidding. Ask someone in CB. Ask a lot of GMRS people will tell you that. Oh, they're the license guys. They're assholes. Sorry to say that. No, it's a G-rated show, but that's just the way it is, and I'm sorry to have to use that word. But sometimes we do act that way. Let us know your comment about, has GMRS overtaken ham radio in emergencies? We'll talk about it today on the program. Here is your HF weather today. HF forecast is powered by ICOM. ICOM, for the love of ham radio. There's that SFI. Look at that. 156. That's brilliant, guys. Numbers been high. We were just under 150 yesterday. We hit 150 today. We have a chance to hit 150 tomorrow, and conditions are looking better and better. 10 meters is starting to come north again. Sunspot number 119. Your index is high because the last 24 hours we were getting rid of the solar flare geomagnetic activity that we had on Thursday. So we've got good conditions today. Even the BZ latitude is positive. There's not much fading out there. Solar wind is down. We've got great HF conditions, and take a look at 12 and 10. They're good in the daytime. This is a good day for amateur radio to a lot of the world. Magnetosphere view, 8 sunspot regions now facing Earth. We are having a good moment here in amateur radio. That means for the next few days, we have a very good chance to stay above 150 in the solar flux index numbers. Look at this maximum usable frequency map from earlier today, 10 meters. It was in the northern part of Africa for the last 10 days. And now take a look at how far north it is. It's in southern Spain, in southern Portugal, back into the mid part of Italy, and it's coming north. Good stuff, gang. HF weather, so SFIs are strong. Some QS Baker on the HF bands at times this week. Quiet noise floors. Expect them to be much quieter than they were on Saturday and Sunday. 10 meters rising out of 40 degrees north. Best DX in the world in the north. 10 meters after like 2 p.m. or so, 1 p.m. 12 and 15 also will be open. Look for 12. There's openings there. And Southern Hemisphere, your best DX absolutely is 10, 12. It's going to be hot. If you want to work for people in the north, you're probably going to use 15 meters if you're in the Southern Hemisphere. Start looking for 10 meters to open up sometime, or 12 to open up sometime by 1 p.m. local, and you'll have a good idea what the bands look like, right? The nighttime ham radio forecast, great SFIs, good nighttime DX, noise floors, quiet. We've got some quiet band conditions, and that's going to be good. Some QS Baker sometimes, so some fading on the HF bands this week. Nighttime band openings, of course, 160, 80, 60, 40, and 30 meters. You can also work 40 overnight really well. So 40 meters, still your top band to work DX on the ham bands. Shortwave DXers, daytime shortwave. Noise floor is fairly quiet this week. It's a very good little break from the way it was on Saturday. Decent DX this week with great solar flux index numbers. Expect some fading on signals at times. Bands are going to be open for shortwave daytime, 31 meters, 25, 22, 19, 15, and 13. Nighttime shortwave, SFIs are strong. Expect some fading on signals from time to time. Shortwave nighttime bands, 120, 90, 75, 60, 49, 41, 31, 25, 22. And 19 meters, great in the northern hemisphere for about 3 hours after sunset. In the south, about 2 hours after sunset, and the signals will fade away. There is your weather, gang, for the next few days. Oh boy, did I need that. A very happy Monday to you. Let's take a look at today's topic question. It is controversial, and I know it, and even the content producer that I heard by accident knew that too, and he said that. He's like, I know this is going to probably make some people a little bit frustrated. However, and then he said what he said. And I'm like, ooh, you do that, right? Ooh. And then it's like, okay, listening. I'm interested to see what you guys have to say. I'm interested. And Don, okay, so the K4 and the U section of Main Trading Company. Good luck, my friend. Hope you do well when you get that radio. Yeah. And okay, it is a 706 100-watt all band. Congratulations, Spike, on the new radio. When do you get it? Let us know, and let us have a picture of that baby when you get it. That's great. Good for him. I'm really happy for him. Truly am. Jeff in Sherwood, Oregon, Alpha Delta 7, Lima, November. Welcome. Good to have you as well. And let me see if I got anybody else. It's my guess, Don. My guess, Randy, not a Rubicon. Nope, not him. It's not him. Not him. And Andy from Bristol, happy Morse code day, everybody. I didn't know. Well, to you too, Andy. Thank you. You can only do this for so long. Spike, I don't know. Not in about GMRS. I stay out of Grandma's beeswax. She has a heck of a right hook. Good. That's good. Yeah. Winan had a loop past Payne to Mountain with thin wires and very directional, 320 M. So total wire back was very good based on Callum Hyper Mega Triple XL loop. Thank you very much, buddy. Good. Thank you. Tom in Bahrain, I gotta catch myself. Sorry. It seems logical and practical that it may be true. I'm considering getting a GMRS license for use with my family when in Maine. I also see GMRS a possible gateway into the ham radio world. That's a very interesting comment. This Jack is trying to. The associate junior producers can't do this to the host during the show. I can't. Hang on. He just. He's a ham. Hi, sweetheart. Okay. Wine in Namibia, he says, I see GMRS extra popping up everywhere. It may be true, but I will caution that ham radio does play, or still going to play, a big role, as nothing else is so versatile, easy for you to say. I grew up with the English language and I couldn't say it. Nothing is as versatile as ham radio. Okay, very good. And also he says ham radio, a lot of options. I agree. Andy in Bristol, not knowing much about GMRS, I can't really say. And I appreciate that. One of the things that I think makes it difficult for me to accurately say something that I could tell you, right, that I know because I do it, I have experience doing it. That's the best thing you can do if you're going to make a comment about anything, if you have experience with it, right? Otherwise, you're watching videos or you're reading books. Perhaps you know someone who has a GMRS radio, and if you're not doing it or using one, you don't have that other side, right? Same thing with ham radio. If you don't have the ham license and you haven't used ham radios, it's hard, I think, to make the argument the other way, because you may know some hams and you may see lots of videos, but you don't use it regularly. So it makes it difficult, really, to make a really good argument, in my opinion. So, Andy, I admire what you said. I think it's very, very valid. Bill, all the way up there in beautiful Wisconsin. Today's topic question. I wouldn't be surprised if GMRS is more popular than ham radio in certain circumstances. I have a GMRS license and a couple radios that my wife and I use occasionally. Thank you very much, sir. Do you find many other people on those bands, on your GMRS radios, Bill? Do you use any repeaters? Next question for you, my friend. Jeff in Sherwood, Oregon. The greater Portland area, greater Portland, Oregon area, I've noticed in the past 6 months, the GMRS repeaters have been more active in daily use compared to the 440 ham band emergencies. I haven't encountered this yet. Thank you, Jeff. Nice comment. So he has both. He understands both. He has both. And I'm going to give you a little stat that I think you might be interested in. You might like it. Spike, Larry, don't know how to read redneck. Translation for nothing is nothing. Hold on a second, man. First of all, I am in the South now. And because I'm in the South, I can just say...
What is going on here?
He's just making a point. That's all we're doing. Because I've been fixing to make a video for a while about something different, I thought I might as well just do something here. So don't say I don't got enough information about stuff to share with you, because y'all is crazy.
Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Wile E. Coyote. Genius.
It doesn't go any better than that, folks.
That's the last straw. Now I use my secret weapon.
Sorry. Spike, yes, I wear a mullet. Sorry. Don in Texas. Today's topic question. Nope. I don't know the NOAA checks in still to our weather nets here in Texas. Also, most GMRS users are ham operators. Their repeaters are a lot more occupied and busy. No organizations on GMRS. Good stuff in what he's saying right here, folks. There's a lot in what he's saying that's very, very true. Thank you. Yep. He says most GMRS users are ham operators. I don't know how true that is. There's no data on that. However, I can tell you here in Florida, there's currently 111 repeaters throughout the state of Florida, right? And these are GMRS repeaters. They're not like 10 meter and then up on, 400 plus megahertz. These are just GMRS. And I can tell you more than 70% of those repeaters are owned by licensed hams. That's a big number, guys. More than 70%. And I've looked through California and I looked through Oregon just because it's my old home state, right? Where I was born and raised. And they have similar numbers. So we're talking about the love of radio here. More than anything, right? It's a new love of radio. You've got something different. You don't have to be, you have to take a test. You do have to be licensed and it's for your family. That's cool, right? No, totally cool. No studying required, but you have to be licensed by the FCC. And you get the license and your family can use it. It's another way to communicate. And if there's an emergency, who cares how it's done as long as the word gets out? That's the number one thing. And I was thinking of Mike when I heard this video, right? I was thinking of Mike in Jacksonville because Mike's into Aries and they've got a very, very solid trailer that's just loaded with gear. So there's like a hurricane or something in the area. They drive that thing down there and they're not only there to help people, they're there to make calls and spread the news and information about what's going on too. It is quite the trailer. It has the ham gear. It has the antennas. It has the GMRS. It has Citizens Band. It is loaded with radio stuff, generator. It's got it all. So it is interesting to know, though, that most repeaters, at least in those 3 states that I looked at, are owned by hams. There you go. Bill Crawford, Whiskey Charlie 8. Wait, I've done this before. Hold on. Yes, Whiskey Charlie 8 Kilo. I got it right this time. Man, sorry. Hi, Bill. Good to have you back. Kevin in Iowa. Ah, nice puppy. Co-producers need a warm cushion and a camera so we can see them on the air. LOL. He's right. If you could see him. I have 2 dog beds right behind me, and Jack is curled up in a ball right between the 2. No kidding. That's funny you say that. Hold on. I'll see if I can do this in snippet, and I'll put it as part of the show in just a second so you can just see it. There we go. All right. I can show you it on the screen this way. Be easier. Here we go. You see that this is still a work in progress room. But there you go. There is Jack in between the two. It's kind of washed out because the light above it. But there he is. He's really there. Thanks, Kev. That's nice of you very much. Winan, yes, done a lot of Dawn, a lot of activity. And meaning not there, trying to remember and use 10-meter repeaters if the conditions permit. Absolutely. Yep. And Jeff, his call sign GMRS is Whiskey Sierra Kilo Romeo 532. Pretty cool. Don, also Larry, define emergency. Weather nets? No. So what emergencies is he thinking of? I'll let you see it. He's really nice guy. Don't, please. I am not putting him down at all. I think he really likes emergency comms. I think he's trying to be as efficient and as clear-minded as possible to help people prepare for emergency communications. And that's a good thing because we need that here in the States. We do. So I'll let you see it. And as soon as we do, we'll let you know. Bill Myers, Larry, for your question, no. GMRS repeaters, no. Sorry, GMRS repeaters in our area. The only person that I've heard on GMRS is Kelly. We use them when I'm working on my antennas. Our cell phone coverage is not good here. Well, that's a very good thing. Thank you, Bill. Appreciate that. Radio gets out, guys. Welcome, Siobhan from Ireland. Hi, Siobhan. Good to have you back. It's great to have you back. It's great to see you. My goodness. Spike, is getting a GMRS license like getting the old CB? No. It's you apply for the FCC, and the FCC it's kind of like the same thing but it's different. You apply online to the FCC, you explain your GMRS, and I believe there's, I think there's a $35 charge, but it's 10 years, and it goes to everyone in your immediate family. They can all use a radio. So you can stay in touch, which is great. I know Josh and Jason have done a lot of stuff on it. I think Eric over down in Vero Beach has done a lot too. Don, want to find out how many GMRS guys are hams on a repeater? Give your ham call accidentally. You know us, hams are not afraid to tell you that we are hams. Indeed. You're right about that. You're right. Jeff, in Canada, second what Tom said, the more off-grid communication options, the better. Amen to that. I agree. There's an active LoRaWAN mesh core community across my city as well. And those things are growing. We had that in Oregon too. All of Northwest Oregon was really, really put together with a mesh network. Winan, some places activity drops on repeaters. I don't have a lot of options on repeaters on his side, but he does like to use 10-meter repeater frequencies and the satellites too. And he does great with it too. Winan, you're great. You're going to get that radio back too. He is. He says, ham radio is, for me, still the only sure way to get a signal out if you are nowhere near civilization, like some of us bush dwellers or cavemen are. Let me explain who this is. His name is Winan. He lives in southern Africa. He lives in the country of Namibia. He is not in a big city. He doesn't live near a large community of people. He's got a property. He's got a ham radio antenna and some other antennas on property and stuff. And the only way he's going to get information out is by his ham radio because he is that far away from people. Makes a lot of sense. And I appreciate that. Winan, thank you. That's a very, very important comment. Thank you. A lot of people that are off grid, right? I mean, unless you have a repeater nearby, you're not going to get out. So you need something that does get out. And that's an important comment. Siobhan, I have Shiba Inu named Yakina, and she has dog beds everywhere and prefer to sleep on me or on the floor. Dog beds don't work. Well, these do. But you know what's interesting is they have these elevated things. These look like little trampolines that the dog trainers use for these guys, and they still like to sleep on them, which is cool. It's like, okay, very good. Like that. Works well. Jeff, imagine that in real area-wide emergency, GMRS users will obtain info street by street by use of FRS and GMRS. That way, that info, for people who don't understand FRS, Family Radio Service, totally different service than GMRS. I digress. That info taken by amateur radio ops and given to proper authorities, most likely correct. 100%. Yes. Yes. And that's why it's extremely important. And yes, Jeff, meshcore. I said that. I gave love back to Oregon. Let's just get to the video, because I don't, and I want you to understand, please understand, I don't want anyone to go to this guy's channel and give him garbage. Please don't do that. I kind of got on him a little bit Saturday because I was like, okay, let's see the data. You're making some wild claims here. Let's fight. Be nice. He's a nice guy. He let me use his video to share with you for this question today. As hams, we are ambassadors of our hobby. I ask you to be respectful in that way. Here it is. This is from a YouTube channel that's called Rant Strategies. Rants Strategies. But it's like R-A-N-T. And then, of course, because it's plural, rants. And then strategies comes off of the S. So it's Rant Strategies. And I hope you can listen with an open mind. And when all done, then let me know how you feel about it. Thanks again to the gentleman at the Rant Strategies YouTube channel for giving me the honor of sharing this with all my ham friends.
What's going on, everyone? I hope you had a great weekend. I hope I don't ruin your week if you're starting it off by watching this video. And I hope my audio sounds better with this new mic. But everything we do on this channel is always done through the lens of emergency preparedness and response. So keep that in mind as we go on, because we're going to be talking about something that a lot of people in the radio world, they don't want to hear. Something that's been happening right in front of us, but the traditional ham radio community really refuses to acknowledge. GMRS, the General Mobile Radio Service, it's outperforming, and in many cases, replacing ham radio when it comes to real-world emergency communications. Not theoretically, not in concept, not in an idealized emergency response model, not in the legacy EMCOM world where the ICS 213 is somehow the answer to every single problem you encounter. I'm talking about actual disasters, actual storms, actual communities, and actual people who need help. And what we have been seeing when these moments presented themselves, GMRS has showed up. Ham radio, at least the legacy structured, EMCOM side of it, didn't. So let's get into it. I have been hammering this fantasy reality that for decades, ham radio has sold itself as the emergency communications backbone, the savior, the last line of defense, the when all else fails crap. Here's the really uncomfortable truth. When all else has failed, ham radio often failed too. And no, not all the time. I'm not saying that, but a lot of the time. Not because the technology is bad, not because the operators are bad, but really because the system as a whole, it's outdated, it's rigid, and built for a world that just doesn't exist anymore. And what we have proven with the people who watch this channel and have commented and even emailed me, RACES, inactive in most counties. Aries is a shadow of what it used to be. The local ham repeaters, a lot of them are silent. There's just dead air, no traffic, no presence. Meanwhile, the people who actually needed information, neighbors, families, communities, we see time and time again, they're not waiting for a formal activation. They're not waiting for a served agency. They're not waiting for someone to put on a vest and hand out ICS forms. They're now grabbing a GMRS radio and they just start talking. And it's not, me dragging ham radio here. This isn't even a ham radio channel. This is an emergency preparedness and response channel aimed at public safety and people who actually care about real capability. But go listen to the heavy hitters who are inside the ham world. Josh from Ham Radio Crash Course and Jason from Ham Radio 2.0, or even Drew from the technical side from the Terminal Element. Even they're calling out the same problems. And I think when the insiders are sounding the alarm, that's how you know it's real. I've referenced this a lot, but let's talk about Hurricane Helene, because this is where the contrast became impossible to ignore. And before anyone jumps in the comments, yes, I know there was a ham repeater up during the storm and there was a net running. I did an entire video praising that response because those operators and that net control absolutely crushed it. But let's be honest about what that was. It wasn't Aries. It wasn't Races. It wasn't a county MCOM activation. It wasn't the official emergency communications machine we've been told to rely on. It was a handful of dedicated hams doing the job the system was supposed to do. Because while they were stepping up, the official ham MCOM groups across multiple counties that were in that, immediate area, they weren't activated, or they weren't staffed, or they were just flat out missing. So yes, credit where it's due. No doubt. That one repeater on that one net, awesome. No doubt about it. But the structure that's supposed to be the backbone of emergency communications, in reality, that didn't show up.
Okay. That was the pregnant pause because I was standing up. Sorry, guys. You heard it. And he wasn't, there was times it came across a bit harsh, I thought. And I thought he was doing his best to try and stay the line of not getting too negative on Ham's side. But that's his opinion, right? And I've got to say this before I go too much farther. I think that we've gotten as a country, USA, where we can't speak our mind and get all the words out and still be respected for what we said. And that's okay because it's our opinion. You have too many people that climb all over you because it either gets political or somebody gets really, like it's been a personal attack. It's stupid. It's just like people have a right to their own opinion. That's good. That makes us all a better country. Iron sharpens iron in the best circumstances. When we are able to honestly talk with each other about things, we get better. And that's a fact of life. Not everybody gets a trophy. Gosh. But he said some things there that were kind of eye-opening. And Don said something I wanted to share that is it could be an element to this. I know where he's getting this. Thomas, call sign Kilo 4, Sierra Whiskey Lima, was on the bad side of the North Carolina flood. And that flood, for you out of the country, was devastating because it was part of a hurricane that came up the coast and it hit the west side of Florida and it came into the panhandle. It caused major damage to the panhandle of Florida. And then it just kept chugging through, the southern states, Alabama and Mississippi, and right in the Carolinas, came right in and dumped rain. I mean, dumped rain on them in places that people can't get out because it's dirt roads and they're on hillsides. It was in a very, very remote area and it really messed things up. It was bad. It was really bad. So what Thomas did, he said, was he did give out GMRS radios to his neighbors so they could work together as a community during that disaster. And GMRS radios are perfect for that because they don't require a repeater to work. They do have a range of 1 to 2 miles. They can go a little farther if conditions are okay. They're UHF band, All right, they're going to be line of sight for the most part, but they're still going to get out. Okay. And it gives the voice of somebody in trouble to somebody who might be listening on frequency a chance to get them help. Our problem in the States then was we didn't have enough federal resources in that area to get to those poor people. That was a big problem. So Thomas, well done getting those radios out. Absolutely. Absolutely. And Jeff in Oregon, he says the mesh system is pretty much West Coast. I said Northwest Oregon because that's where we lived, but it's free to use. It's no license, 915 megahertz. It's a repeater system that goes all the way from north of Seattle all the way down to Southern California. It's very efficient, very, very effective, very efficient. Technically, what you can do is you can get on the mesh network and you can reach somebody 1,000 miles away through the mesh network repeater system. It's pretty cool. It really is. And he talks about here. It's the repeater-driven digital encrypted texting with up to 64 repeater hops. West Coast USA has a large link system. Precisely. Exit. Jeff in Canada, right tool for the right job. One doesn't replace the other. Agree with this guy. There's a nice comment. Thank you. Nice comment. Don in Texas, GMRS played a role, but talked to Thomas. He was on Josh's stream and explained it. No ham radio was heavily involved. Yes, they were. And that's the thing. And I'll get to my close. Wait, before y'all get all lathered up here, take a breath. You're on Larry's stream. It'll be okay. Well, I've got a very good point here at the end of this, and it makes sense. And even the gentleman from that show agreed. Hang in there. This is just a conversation that makes us better. Okay, we're the licensed guys that had to pass tests to use radios, so we can contact people 12,000 miles away without a repeater. But it doesn't make us better. That's something to keep in mind. Winding in Namibia, I was doing a lot like that. I'm an engineer, plumber, farmer, jack of all trades, master of maybe one. I'm always learning, researching, can never stop, as I don't have a chance to do much with technical guys. Seems to be just guys not knowing much, just to install antennas, and that's it. No fault finding or solution capabilities. So got as useful data connection, so always experimenting. And MeshCore can maybe work for farms close by, so learning never stops. Nice comment. And I want to share something here, just to make sure no one wonders like how I'm reading stuff, right? Winan is in Namibia, Africa, right? And he's typing as fast as he can to be able to get his words out. And they're important words for all of us to learn from. And Winan, I give him so much credit because he speaks more than one language. He's able to type more than one language too. And a lot of it is impressive to me because I know one. And I'm not good at that one. Don in Texas. But note, it was a ham operator that realized what was needed and took action. He used GMRS because they don't need to be programmed and they are much simpler than using a Baofeng ham radio. You're getting there. You're getting there. But again, we'll get to the main point. I think as hams, we hold on. We've lost so much spectrum, guys, that we grasp onto everything we can and say, no, I'll die on this hill. We're good at this. And by gosh, no one's taken away from us. I get that. I totally get it. And there's a reason why NOAA still uses Florida networks in ham radio, HF ham radio, Aries people, to be able to help people in need, like forecasting and things like that, because NOAA is with us here in Florida in ham radio. They use us. So they're not using GMRS. They're using licensed hams in Aries, giving them reports. and they then are able to adjust their forecasting and get help to people who need it. If you don't believe that, just take a look back the last few hurricanes that have hit landfall, and you'll see the hurricane net was set up and NOAA is part. They're listening and they are making adjustments to forecasting as well as warnings for various communities. It is a fact. Kevin in Iowa. I have no issues with his video. Very good. I know the folks who worked that repeater during Helene. What he says is correct from what I heard from the folks on the ground. There you go. You know what's cool? Is most of you stopped typing during that entire video because you're paying attention to it. And I like that. Let me say this before we get too much frustration. Kjell in Norway, lighten it up for me, will you please? Because I think we're getting over the edge here.
It doesn't pay to court disaster, Robin.
Just wondering, if you need to talk to your neighbors, why not just use a CB radio? What am I missing here? Yes, you would think, right? Citizens Band doesn't require any license. You know what I think it is? I think it's the fact that these are handheld radios. They're modern, right? And yes, you need to have a license. It's like a, FCC. You get a little bit of money and then you give it to them because the government always is eager to take your money. And then you get to have the radios and, you can have repeater and all that. Anyway, people have forgotten the fact that CB's free. You just need to buy the radio, have the antenna up, and you can talk to everybody in your neighborhood. The world's changed, right? It's too bad, but that's the comment of the show right there. No matter what you think of CB, that's the comment of the show, man. It's free. And you can buy any radio you want at the nearest truck stop or buy it on Amazon if you don't want to drive. But the stuff's there. You can get it. Great comment, Gil. It's a handheld radio, though, and you can take it with you. So if you're with the family in the car and the floodwaters are coming up, you have communications. It's easy. And I know you can do that in the car, too, with a CB radio. But anyway, done. By the way, I can give you another example. The flood in Texas used no ham radios or GMRS radios. They only use small cell and commercial radios. There's a reason for it that will break your heart. Do we want to know? Don, you're in Texas. You would know. Yep. Bill in Wisconsin, my neighbors are close. I walk over and talk to them face to face if I want some information. I kind of wondered if he was going that way, right? Just go talk to your neighbors. But the problem is getting help. If the floodwaters are coming up in your neighborhood, right, you can go tell your neighbors all you want. The water's rising up, but how are you going to get help to get all your families down from the hill where the water's rising up? That's where radio makes a big difference because you can get the helicopters there. Big difference. It just is. Jeff, Mexico had an earthquake a while back. The Mexican embassy in Ottawa asked hams to communicate and relay family information. Ottawa to Mexico, GMRS wouldn't be good in this case. Yeah, that's true. Don, let's just say that when kids are involved, even the pros wish they didn't have to hear it. I know that. I don't say that lightly. True. Jose, it's good to have you back. Thanks for coming on a tough radio day. He says, family radio service and MERS is free and GMRS only $35 for 10 years. That's true. That's 100% true. Yes. And CB as well is still free. Still free. Yeah. That's a great question Kel asked. It's the comment of the show so far, right? Because it's like you don't need a license. You can buy it from just down the road or on your Amazon card or whatever. And you can just put up your antenna on your car, your truck, your house, whatever. And you've got communications right there on 40 channels. And channel 9 is still emergency. I want to show you something real quick. And this is important. And I'm going to end with this. And then we'll just go have something lighter happen. This is a show. This is a photo that Mike shared with me from Jacksonville, right? This is their Aries trailer. Okay. And this is up in Jacksonville. I know, but it's in Florida, and they will travel if they have to. Inside the trailer, notice they've got multiple antennas up, and inside they've got a CB, they've got ham, they got GMRS, they've got FRS, they've got just about every radio communication method that there is, if not all of them, inside the trailer. And they have antennas that can receive the signals. Okay. So they're able then to take the request for help, transmit it on HF to a person on the other end who's listening and can get the help to them. And that's done typically by HF. Sorry, but that's how it typically works. We use, the main point is to get the message of help out, isn't it? If we use a can and another can connected with tight string and the communication works, fine. Get them help on the other end of the can, right? Same thing with GMRS, Citizens Band, FRS, MURS. It doesn't matter. Get the word out. And somebody is going to have the ability to get the word out to the people who can actually do something to help. And that's the main point of it all. It doesn't matter which radio it was that made the communication. The fact of the matter is, it's going to be some form of HF radio that's going to go out of the storm area to get to a receiver to where the help is going to come and get them help. That's how it works. If you think I'm wrong, sorry, I'm not wrong. Because HF will get out. It always gets out. And people are on registered frequencies waiting to hear what they need to hear to get the help out. That's the way it works. It does. But if the initial call for help comes on a GMRS radio or an FRS or MURS or a Citizens Band, fine, as long as it gets out, as long as the radio gets out. What would be a crying shame is if the message got out and we as hams that heard it didn't relay it to someone who could help. That right there would be a catastrophe. That's right there, the one thing that I couldn't sleep with at night, to know that I didn't do the best I could to take that message, relay it properly, and get those people help. Thank God we have it. Thank goodness we have all these ways to communicate today, because the main point is to get help. And however they use it, it works. That's the main point. Let me show you some ham radio calls without repeaters that were made from this show.
Georgette.
Kilo 7, Hotel November.
K7 Hotel November 59.
Thank you. 59 Central Florida. Name is Larry. Good luck.
Got to Florida. Who's Fox Mike?
That is Aruba in the Caribbean. Next up, Croatia. You'll love this. Hold on. We'll get there. 9 America 8 Delta X-ray. So you make the call. Why not, right? Kilo 7 Hotel November. Roger, Kilo 7 Hotel November. You're a 5050 Central Florida. Over. Oh, I'm doing great. It's good to hear you again. Sorry that I've got a bad signal report. You're going to come in much better today. And 10 meters, is 10 meters open your way? Over?
Yeah, and my side is very close. It's only opening to Africa. It's not any North American station.
Very good, very good. Well, it's great to make a call with you again. I'll put it on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for the call. 73 from Central Florida, my friend.
Thank you, Larry. 73.
Okay, wait for it. You too. Good luck. Good guy. Love him.
Q15, 9 America 8 Delta X-ray.
I think this was made just this morning, all right? And I want to take you a tour to show you a little bit more about Darko's shack. Take a look. And I'll just kind of get to this point the best I can. There's there's certain people that you meet on amateur radio that, really are good people. People who are really kind, who just, they love it for the fact that it's amateur radio. And they make great calls, but they aren't just like trying to make calls because that's what they do, right? These people are making calls because they love doing it. I mean, that's their thing, And Darko is one of those people. I want to get you to his page because I've made a few calls to him in the past, and I love working him. He's out of Croatia. Let me show you a few pictures so you guys can get a little bit of a view of what his world looks like. So here is Darko's world, and beautiful. Look at this castle. Wow, it's gorgeous. These are things that in America we dream of, right? We don't have them, we don't have castles like this. And if you take a look at just how beautiful his page is, it's a place you can learn stuff from. I encourage you, when you're making calls to people, try and take a look at their QRZ page if you can, because, like, here's his antenna. He's got stacked Yagis right here, obviously, and he's making some amazing calls to those antenna. That is Darko, dear friend of this show and a person I admire very much in amateur radio. Thank you, Darko, for making the call to the show today. Appreciate that. Okay, here comes Casablanca. Last one, gang. This is Casablanca. We'll see if we can work it. I've never worked Casablanca before.
Welcome to again, my dear friend. You're welcome. Welcome to you and to Tennessee in Casablanca. You make me happy to hear your beautiful voice again, my dear friend. I'm very happy to capture you and happy that all is good over there in your side. You came over your friends also as well. Kilo 4 Alpha India from CNH NOA. Thank you, sir, and hope to meet you soon again. 73 and greetings from Casablanca to Tennessee. Good luck, my dear friend. Bye-bye.
Kilo 7, Hotel November.
My pleasure, my friend. Good luck. Here's that.
Kilo 7, Hotel November.
Kilo 7.
Kilo 7, Hotel November.
Kilo 7, Hotel November. How are you doing, sir? Good morning from Casablanca. 10 TV over 9. Boom in with a strong copy. 5.5 plus 10 TV. Name Ahmed. Roger.
Oh, thank you so much. 59 plus 20 here in Central Florida. First call I've ever made to Casablanca. I am very honored. My name is Larry. Thank you for the call today.
My great pleasure, my dear friend, Laurie from Florida. You're welcome, sir, Laurie. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Great honor for me to capture you, dear Larry. Have a nice day, lovely week, my dear friend, and hope to meet you soon again. Kilo 7, Hotel Norway, strong copy, lovely, 5.5 plus 10 to 15. You beat easily 15 over 9, sir, Larry. 73, congratulations, bye-bye.
73, and God bless you.
Whiskey 1,
It's amateur radio right there, my friends. It gets out and it works. I was going to do a segment on the radio that, because I'm trying to do different radios for each show, and we're just out of time today. Next show, we'll do a segment on the Kenwood 590 Sugar Golf. I think a great radio at good price right now. They can work you an awful long way and give you an incredible sounding transceiver. First, here's the Angry Hams. Oh my, Larry, come on. How long have you done the show? Oh, 5 years now, but this is still, I'm just not figuring out what's right. Yeah, perfect, yeah. Okay, so we're just going to play potpourri here and figure out what the Angry Ham's going to say. Hopefully, we'll make it sound fun. Let's find out. Just a second.
We ought to go on the stage.
Yes, there's one leaving in 5 minutes. Be under it.
Oh, heckle me, you old fool. Heckle him.
Is that a toupee you're wearing, or did your cat die?
Help!
Jeez. Perfect. Okay. Okay, we're going to do 2 today for trivia. A technician class license may participate in the MARS program, which is the Military Affiliate Radio System program. Right? Is this true or false? Remember, Mars now is just the Air Force, no longer Marines or Army or the Navy, just the Marines. And I'll get to your comments, guys. I've got them just kind of pulled away, and we'll do that and make sure you do it. By the way, Kev, I still have your segment coming up. Don't worry, I got yours coming up. I'm saving it for last.
Thank you. Come again.
It's good. Wait till you see what Kevin sent me. It's really good. Bill, first up, he's got a technician can participate in the Mars program, and Bill is 100% correct. Well done, Bill. Thank you. Kilo Alpha 8 Golf India Mike. Kel got it. In fact, the whole world has this one. Yes, absolutely. Oh my goodness gracious. This is true big news, folks. We now have continent number 5 here. Oh, it's a true story. Raleigh in New Zealand. ZL1BQD has joined the program. Wow, that is huge. Raleigh, it is so good to see you, man. How are you? Man, I hope things are good. Thanks for coming back. Karen was a little late leaving today, so the show was a bit late, but I know it's very early there in New Zealand. Thanks for joining us. Thank you so much. I am really honored. Second of last 2 trivia questions. What does MOSFET stand for? MOSFET. Is it A, mu-operated semiconducting field effect transistor? Is it B, metal oxide semiconductor field effect transistor? Is it C, metal on silicon Faraday effect transducer? Or is it D, memory-operated semiconductor field effect transistor? A, B, C, or D? It's tough. Get it right. We'll love you. Good luck. Raleigh's like huge in here. When Raleigh comes, everyone's like, Raleigh, it's Raleigh, it's Raleigh. Yep. ZL1BQD. Man, oh man, one of the best people there is in amateur radio. First up on this one comes from Bristol. Andy, Mike 7, Charlie U November. He has B, metal oxide semiconductor field defect transistor. It's a 2-breath answer, and he got it correct. Nice work, Andy. Yep, good work, buddy. Yep, he's got it right. Andy got it right. Right after him, Bill and Siobhan and Don and Kel and Jose and Winan. My goodness, everybody is here today. 6 a.m. in New Zealand. Raleigh, I'm honored. I really am. Thank you. In honor of Raleigh, one more question. Because Raleigh's here. All right, last question. Which of the following tube numbers was made by the company iMac for many years and was featured in most 1500 watt to 2000 watt amplifiers? Was it A, the 3-833 Alpha, B, the 572 Bravo tube? Was it C, the 3-500 Zulu tube, or D, the 8877? This is a tough one too. A, B, C, or D? Get it right. We'll love you. Good luck. Yep. Here's what it looked like, by the way. Oh, gosh, again? Well, Larry's 0 for 2 here. Hold on. I think I got it. I think I got one. Hold on. Let's see. Nope. That would be the KP index. Okay. Oh, gosh, Larry. This show's been on for so long, and wait, I've got it. There it is. I know it is. That's it. Yep. That's the tube. Identify the tube. Here it is. Okay. This was made by iMac for years, and if you can find one that's still in the box from iMac, because most are made in China today, but if you can find an iMac tube, it's worth a lot of money. So which one was the key tube for these amplifiers? Guys are flying in here. I'm going to take Raleigh first because doggone it, we love him. Yes, Raleigh has C, the 3-500Z. He is right. Well done, Raleigh. Yeah, he's right. He got it. And absolutely. And the first one, by the way, was Don, but Raleigh's first. And then Andy and Siobhan, the whole crew got this one right. Jose, pure guess for me. That's a tough question. And Raleigh's still using a pair of 3-500 Zulus. Are you, do you still have the iMac ones? Or are you using the Chinese repros? I'm just curious about that. Thank you so much, my friend. Try out. Good question, Jose. I believe that's correct, isn't it? I believe it's correct. In fact, Don was just talking to his buddy Chuck, Kilo 6 USY, about those this weekend. They are a beautiful tube indeed. Yeah. When I went to MFJ a few years ago, they had this room, right? It was kind of in the back of Meritron. It was a storage room, and they had these tubes everywhere. I mean, it was cool, guys. I wish I could share with you the moment when I first went in there, and Richard turned the light on, and I'm like, holy crap! I was like, wow, because there's all these tubes, and they're just wow. And there was a 500Z on a shelf, right? And it was there's like 5 or 6. They were all on this dark shelf, and I said, "Oh man, 500Z!" I grabbed it. He goes, "Take it." Still had the IMAX stamp on it, right? And I'm like, "Are you serious?" "Oh yeah, it doesn't work, but go ahead and take it." I'm like, it's such a beautiful tube. How can you not want to at least take it home? The 500Z, and boy, when they're fired up, they glow so pretty orange. It's a beautiful tube when it's all lit. Man, oh man. All right, today's Raleigh iMac, of course. Good for you. They're beautiful, beautiful tube. They really are. Yeah, Don, I missed that warm glow. Tubes are magical. Boy, they sure are. I want to get up before we close the show real quick. I did kind of mark the area where we were at because there were some neat comments here that I wanted to get to before we close today. And it was Siobhan that was, I think, the first one. Here it is. She says, there are no rules in an emergency or any of the amateur bands, whatever it takes to make comment. Absolutely true. Yes. Doesn't matter. Like I said, it doesn't matter what radio we use to get out. As long as the word gets out to the people that can help, mission accomplished, right? It just works. And the content provider over there at Rant Strategies, who made the video, he agreed 100%. I think his point is he'd like to see hams fulfilling more of their end of the bargain in terms of sending people out to these things. And I don't know if he really understands how many times they do that they actually do that. And I think if he got a ham license himself, which I encourage him to do, because I'm going to make a commitment to get a GMRS radio, and I will license it through the FCC. Once we get more money, right now I can't afford to pay attention, but I will do that because it'll give me more knowledge about GMRS. That's fair, right? That's fair. But I'm going to ask him to get at least a technician license so he can try and go and learn about what we do here, because we do work very, very hard when it comes to emergency situations. I will die on that hill. Personally, I will. I think that was the last comment we wanted to get before we moved on. And Barry, by the way, thanks for the email. It's great to. He said, "Larry, I wasn't trying to taunt you with my Yaesu 9000. I just wanted you to see my antenna there." And he did. And Dawn, seconding Annie's point, it doesn't matter how you get out. That you get out to the right people is the most important thing. Dawn, right, Andy. It's very important, though, to be familiar with your equipment and emergency plans like PACE and others. Josh covers those emergency plans a lot on his channel. Yes. And it's important to note something else that Dawn said that is really important to say. GMRS radios are pretty easy. I mean, they're pretty basic radio. They're not like a lot of the 2 and 70 SEM ham radios we have. You know, with 16 buttons and a whole bunch of menus. They're easier to use. Kind of like if you had a CB handheld, a little easier than a CB handheld, I guess. But the point of it all is to get the word out. And if you do that, then radio wins. Doesn't matter what kind of radio it is, radio wins. I hope we never get in a situation where we're leaving people who are in trouble because we didn't do our job in radio. That's going to be a dark day. I hope you're looking forward to the end of the show, because those are some new stuff we got. We're actually dipping into the United Kingdom for some TV adverts that might make you smile. And we also have a sign off from South Africa. And this is from the 80s. So I hope you like that. Jose says, one of my favorite channels is Mr. Carlson's Lab. He works with a lot of old tube radios. I love that channel too, man. Thank you. That's a neat comment. Have you guys seen that YouTube channel? If you have a chance, right when we're done, just YouTube that. You'll watch it for a while and not even know you spent an hour doing it. Mr. Carlson's Lab is pretty cool. Jose, thank you. That's a neat comment. Oh, welcome to Toscan. Portugal's here. Hi, Toscan. He says, great. I arrive at the end.
Thank you. Come again.
Winan, great show, Larry. Give a shout out to, oh, bless your heart. Winan, thank you. You're very, very fine. Very fine for doing that. And GMRS is fun. You know what? Radio is fun, guys. There's lots of ways we can do it. As long as we're having fun doing it, that's the main point, I think. Raleigh, a pair of real iMac 4 1000A works very well indeed as well. I bet it does. Yes, I bet it does, Raleigh. Thank you. By the way, Toscan Bang was a code phrase in the UK civil defense for a nuclear burst. I didn't know that. A Toscan Bang. That's pretty cool. Learning new things today. Winan, I always try to modify any radio antennas. Stock is way worse than you think. True. Very thank you. Very, very nice. Very, very nice you to say. Siobhan, does this show have a schedule so I make it at the start? If my wife's coming home for lunch, then it's going to start about 1:30 Eastern, which is 15:30 UTC. If she's not, I'm going to do my best, Siobhan, to just come on at 1 p.m. Eastern, which is going to be at 15 UTC. All right? I'll promise you. Makes my day a little tougher in the afternoon, but you guys are worth it. Makes it fun for me too. My name's Larry Dio. My call sign, ham radio, is Kilo 7 Hotel November. We want to get you licensed in amateur radio. And it doesn't matter how you do it, but we want you to do it. You need the help of a local ham radio club. In order to find that club, reach out to the Radio Society of Great Britain at www.rsgb.org. Click on the contact part of the page. Tell them you want your license and where you live in the world. They'll send back to you an email with a local to you ham radio club. Then contact that club and they're going to help you get licensed. You can do it. You've got the skills. Don't put it off anymore. Wherever you may be in this beautiful world, 5 continents day. Man, oh man. Thank you. God bless you guys. Goodbye, everybody.
Weigh it up. What else gives you such value? Mars, with all the goodness of milk, glucose, sugar, and thick chocolate. Big bar enjoyment and big bar value. Weigh it up.
A Mars a day helps you work, rest, and play.
By the way, thank you as well to Rob in Los Angeles, California. Rob, you rock, sir. Oh my gosh, hold on. Wait. Too important. This comment just came through. Jose, I go for my general exam on Wednesday. Jose, study hard. Look at those practice tests. If you have a way to take practice tests, right? Drill yourself. Get that license. Will you do us a big favor? If you get it or you don't, let me know. Just email me here, okay? You can do that. I'll put my email address up here real quick so you have it. Just email, let us know. Or if you do pass it, just come and tell us because we make a big deal of that. We really do. Email here is info@hamradiolive.org. That's info@hamradiolive.org. We celebrate that stuff. We really do. And we want to celebrate that big moment with you too because it's a big deal to us, okay? Don, thank you. You're so kind. You guys are all very nice, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart. All right, guys, 2 more commercials. They both have to do with potatoes, and they're both from the United Kingdom. God bless y'all. Goodbye, everybody.
Weigh it up.
On your last trip, did you discover what the Earth people eat? They eat a great many of these. They peel them with their metal knives. Boil them for 20 of their minutes. Then they smash them all to bits. They are clearly a most primitive people.
I'm not giving up yet. I didn't play one more video. Oh my gosh. Kevin, I'm sorry. I saw Kev comment. Watch this. It's worth waiting for. This is a call that was made on the HF bands using half a watt.
The list. Okay, everybody stand by. Let me jump to the top here. Kilo Alpha 8, Golf India Mike. That's the syrup connection out of Wisconsin. Come on in here, Bill.
Roger, Roger. Steve, Kilo Oscar 4, Golf Sierra Mike from Kilo Alpha 8, Golf India Mike. 10 watts on the wattometer, Steve. How copy?
Big signal, Bill. You're S6 on the meter, and I've got my gain turned back. So what you're seeing on the screen is all you.
Roger, Roger. Let me turn her down, Steve.
All right, you're about an S5 right now. Good audio.
Roger, Roger. Kilo Oscar 4, Golf Sierra Mike from Kilo Alpha 8, Golf India Mike. 0.5 on the wattometer.
Yep, your half a watt is about an S2 with good audio, Bill.
Roger, Roger, Steve. Well, thanks for letting me check into the net again, and have a great evening and an even better week coming up.
Hey, Bill, thanks for coming by and checking in. Good to hear you. And
well done, Kevin. Kilo Alpha 8 Golf India Mike. Go on to his channel. You'll be better for it. Also, his QRP net every Sunday. All I have to do is just remember to come. Last commercial of the 3. It's potatoes as well. I didn't even know these things existed, but I hope you guys enjoy it. Thanks for paying attention. And for Kevin, I'm sorry it took so long to get that up today. A lot of stuff happened on this show. Bye, everybody.
Bird's eye potato waffles, so waffly versatile. They go with beans, bangers, bacon, burgers, fish fingers, eggs in, eggs on, yam on, steak chops.
Grill 'em, bake 'em, fry 'em, eat 'em.
Bird's eye potato waffles, so waffly versatile.
And so we come to the end of another week's viewing. We'll start all over again tomorrow with more fun on one. Join us then. From all of us here at TV Centre, have a sunny Sunday and a fun-filled week ahead. Good night.
think South Africa was like one of the first places on earth to then go like with a digital screen in the background after they sign off and like do adverts and stuff. Watch this. I think they were like first. This is from the 80s, so they have to be close to being first. They get your stolen vehicle report. I mean, they put trivia. They have jokes. I mean, it's amazing. Watch this on YouTube. It's amazing. The South Africa sign off. It's pretty cool. There you go, guys. Till tomorrow. See you later.
That's all, folks.